This just might be my favorite travel trailer, and I'm about to show you why. This thing is incredible. This is the 2025 Vibe 3400 SB, and I'm assuming that stands for like split bunk or something like that, because this is an original floor plan. I first saw this thing at the Hershey show, and I was so bummed that I could not make a full tour of it. But today, down at the Cleveland RV show, I am able to finally get my hands on this bad boy, and I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. So if you guys do not mind, drop some comments, let me know what you think. So at the end of the day, it's more about what you guys think than what I think. I'm in these all the time, but you guys are the ones actually buying campers. Do you like this new style of RV? Or, you know, is it a hit or a miss for you? You got a little outdoor kitchen. We'll get back to that. There might be a little bit of noise from the heater out here. It's colder than bejeebers. We got that hit that winter cold snap. I drove 3 hours this morning through the snow to come here and record for probably about 8 hours or so until the show gets too crazy. But I mean, there is a bunk room right behind that door. Now, this floor plan, while it might seem at a first glance kind of cramped, man, when you walk in here, it just doesn't feel it. The only part that you might is if you're someone that's bothered by the TV being a little bit closer. But I'll tell you, since it's not a massive TV, it feels like a big TV, but it's not so close. I put it on the TV earlier just to check it out. Very, very cool. You got the kitchen in the back. You got this kind of a funky little dinette setup that can also make for some additional sleeping, so pretty darn cool. But we got 4 kids at home, and while this floor plan may or may not work for us, it does have the option of making this a larger bed down at the bottom with a bunk that flips up top with the guardrail. So very, very cool. Absolutely somebody with 3 kids. With 4 kids, I'd probably have to plop them, you know, right there. Or these are quick reclines, so they lay down pretty flat. You'd have to be comfortable sleeping in the recliner, which I think, you know, a lot of kids would have no problem with it. An adult over the course of a long weekend, you know, maybe not. You have an emergency exit there, so pull, push, and plop. Excuse me. You can get out in a hurry. You also have a lot of storage right here. Probably what I would like to see is more like dresser space, but it's a good place for a TV. You got the appropriate plugins. You got USBs, outlets, universal Cs. But I mean, look at that. And they're also using like a different, I'm not sure what kind of wood this is. I mean, it's a real wood. It doesn't feel like pressboard or anything, but it's pretty darn neat looking. It feels pretty good too. It feels really nice and sturdy. I mean, I'm banging around on these things all day long, and you can tell it's a little bit of a better built. Now, I haven't sold a Vibe in quite some time, but I have a long history with them. I worked at 2 dealerships over the course of about 8 years that sold them, and I have a great relationship with this brand as far as like selling it and being comfortable with the sale, if that makes sense. So build-wise, they're one of the better, more trusted names in my eyes, if that holds any value to you. The windows on the side are going to be very, very nice as far as the fact that they all open up for an incredible cross breeze, but they're also going to be tinted. And then you have, some people love them, some people hate them. I think they look nice, and they do a better job of keeping out the sun. But you got those little pull-down curtains. Plus, I'm sure they're a little bit, you know, less expensive for you. Again, the recliners recline. The recliners recline. You can also do a little double tap, and you can access the lighting. Right now, they got it plugged into the 110, so it's really just going to be the lights that are turned on here at the moment. But 4 places for drinks, really comfortable, squishy back, a little bit firmer on the butt. You got a TV, again, that's a pretty good size with the 30-inch Furrion right there. Now, as we're moving along, the dinette, it's a little bit thin on the cheeks, but it maximizes the seating space. It's kind of the same amount of seating you're going to get from most of your U-shaped dinettes anyway. But you also have the place where you can put, you know, an extra chair right there, which is nice. I think that I could make that do very well. I'd like to get my whole family and sit around it and see if you could fit 4 comfortably or if it's just 3. You know, we'll see. Maybe if you guys have been in one, you know, maybe let me know. Right over here is going to be your pantry. Really nice and deep. I mean, I've got, you know, pretty normal arms, I guess I'd say. But it goes all the way to the tippies down to, you know, the armpit. You got the old bowling gun, baby. And then right here, 10.7 12-volt refrigerator. So plenty of space, you know, for all your stuff for a long weekend. It also runs off of the solar. What they're doing new now, too, is they have kind of a different system for the AC. You got one AC over there, which I'm presuming is ducted. We'll check when we get to the bedroom, but I'm nearly 95% confident. And then right here, you actually got the 18K chill cube that's really kind of blowing up the scene in the RV industry. Very effective, very quiet, puts out a ton of output without drawing more power. So it is a very, very, very nice system. Solid surface countertops. So babe, if you're watching, I love you. You also have the farm-style stainless steel sink with the high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. But I mean, look at that. Just look at that. Imagine, I'm the guy that likes to do a lot of cooking for the family, okay? So I'm right over here. You got a convection microwave. It is what it is. You're in an RV, so you're not doing any baking or anything like that. But I don't bake anyway. You know, I'm making burgers. I'm making steaks outside. But I'm coming in here and I'm cooking breakfast. All the while, I got a good view of what the kids are doing. I have a good view of just the outside in general. So I feel, you know, happy just seeing the woods. But look at how wide these open. And that's the same window as over there. So incredible reach for that. Then you got kind of more like household blinds going on right there too that you could see. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see. I was angling this down. Pretty darn nice. 4 pull-out drawers. The bottom one's going to be a hair bigger. Underneath the sink, you also have some shelves, but also access to your plumbing there too as well. And then we flip it around. And I mean, bada bing, bada boom. You have a window, which is always pretty snazzy. And then kind of more storage here up top. But I mean, what do you guys think about this floor plan? Pretty darn cool. I know I'm going through it a little bit faster than normal, but I am at the show, so I don't want to interrupt anyone's sales flow here. Pretty darn nice. I'm happy I ran into this camper. Now, right as you walk inside the doorway, this is going to be your control center. So your awning, your slide, and then your other slides right there. So this is going to be the one for the living room, the bunk room, and then I'm assuming the bedroom when we get into there. I can't quite remember. But you got all your different tank levels right there, your control for your zone 1. And then you got tank heaters. So Vibe is going to be a higher end brand, so it'll have tank heaters, 12-volt pads that stick onto the bottom of your tank, so that way you know, you can extend out your camping season a little bit. The shower, while though it's not absolutely monstrous, it does have a little bit of a dip down in the bowl, about a 3-inch recession there. But what that's going to give you is just a little bit more height where otherwise you wouldn't get it. So now you're looking at about 6'5" for head height clearance, and then you're, you know, you're showering away. You're having a good time, I suppose. And then bada bing, bada boom. I actually like these. I would like it if one of you guys could. If you have owned a camper that has this roller as opposed to, like, you know, the glass, let me know, because I actually think that I would prefer this. One, you're not breaking it. It's got to be lighter, more cost effective. But two, I just think it's nice to get it up and out of the way. You know, my kids are dinguses. If there is something to break, they will break it. And I don't think that's really all that breakable unless they're really going out of their way to be monsters. Porcelain foot flush throne. It's also at a good angle for, you know, sitting there, so you don't have to worry about that. You're moving, you're grooving, you're having a good time. You got another mirror, another gun. Stainless steel sink, plenty of room there. This is going to be that hard wrap plastic with no seams on the opening. And then your outlets here, along with a couple pull-out drawers. And the 2 on the bottom are going to be much larger there for you. You also got yourself some access to your plumbing. Right here is going to be your tankless on-demand hot water heater. So if you got some kids that like to take a little bit longer showers, like for some reason, or well, I don't know. We got a couple of the kids that take such super long showers, and it's almost a necessity because they would burn through basically like a tank, like a 6-gallon tank, just wouldn't last with their family. So it's nice to have that tankless. Burn through a little bit extra propane, but heck, that's one you'd gladly give up. What's nice about the bedroom too is, I mean, take a step back. Closet with washer and dryer prep. Closet with a ton of space here up front. And then look at all the walking room you get with some extra storage. And you got yourself a fireplace. So pretty darn cool. 2 extra chairs there for the living room. So that's nice. I didn't know it came with that. And then this is going to be your kind of hanging closet. You can, you know, pull these out and it drops down that little hanging rod right there. Or it's washer and dryer prep and you can kind of delete it because you do have plenty of space here up into the main closet if you'd like. So a lot of good versatility for how you're using it. If you're using it a little bit more full-time, maybe you need the washer and dryer. You're also going to notice all of these windows do open up for a good breeze. That back one's an emergency exit. Pull, push, and plop. You got another AC in this thing. This is a 3 AC travel trailer. Holy smokes. That is awesome. And one's the 18K. Right here is your fireplace. Again, keeps you nice and roasty and toasty. So between these 2 fireplaces, that's probably all the heat that you'll need. And with the 3 ACs, you're definitely suitable for a climate like Florida or Texas, Arizona, something of that nature. I mean, it's going to hold up better than nearly any other RV. So right there, 2 pull-out drawers. The top one's going to be a little bit smaller. And then you do have a little bit of smaller storage, you know, right there. That can't be anything too crazy, but pretty darn neat. But all right, guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. I'm going to be going to a ton of shows here in Cleveland. I'm probably going to go to Chicago this weekend, and then I'm going to fly out to Tampa, and then I go to Michigan at the end of the month. Maybe, you know, one or two more here and there. But again, it's the 2025 Vibe 3400 SB. One of my favorite floor plans, at least for a unique standpoint. You know, we'll have to see how things go, you know, after using it. But I mean, heck, pretty darn nice. Molded fiberglass front cap with the amber glowing lights. You also have your power tongue jack, 2 propane tanks, your battery disconnect right there. And then, I mean, look at that. Pretty nice. You also have that little tack board so you can hang up maybe some like little baskets, little wiry guys. You do have the power stabilizing jacks, which I believe those are optional, so make sure you check to see if you got it. You're also going to have that heated and enclosed underbelly. And don't forget the 12-volt tank heaters that'll kick on once it gets to freezing. You're also going to see you have your LP Quick Connect, a screen door with the steps that flip up into the doorway, extra large grab handle, and then dual awnings. And look at that LED light right there, just shining up really nice. So over here on the camp side, you're going to have a ton of shade for you, but you also get a little bit of that light. What's up, brother? And then the Solera 3000 series, if you're not familiar with that, if you're not plugged into power and you get stuck out, you can actually reel those in just off of the battery or solar or whatever that you need to do there. So right here is going to be the other control for your rear jacks, and then you have the kind of metal cabinetry, maybe for somebody like your grilling utensils, and then maybe enough room for like a 24 rack of apple juice, you know, in this bad boy. Right here is going to be your bumper with a spare tire. You also see that you have the backup camera prep along with the Lippert on-the-go ladder system. This is also going to be a fully walkable roof, so check your seals, check your slides, do everything that you got to do maintenance-wise. Let me go ahead and hop. Oh, shit, gosh darn, got my foot caught. Whew. So right over here, back end of the tankless on-demand hot water heater, you also have your galley tank drain. Your 50 amp connection will be the plug-in for that will be right there. And then notice the axles are going to be on the extreme wide stance. So a little, think of it a little bit of a wider drive, you know, hitting those potholes, being a little bit easier for you. Either got to upgrade the suspension or, you know, switch it over to something like that. Sewer outlet connection, low point drain. And then let's see what we got here. Now it's locked, but this is going to be under the bed access to the storage. And then this is going to be your docking station. So, you know, your hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower water, city water connection, fresh water, black tank flush, your bypass valves, your solar control prep. So this doesn't actually have solar on top, but it is prepped for it, which is nice. Overall carrying capacity, 11,475 pounds. It can hold 2,528. So you subtract the two, you get a number that I'm not smart enough to compute right now, and that's going to be your dry weight. But all right, guys, I'm going to get out of the middle of the show row, as I like to call it, a little hidden area. But my name is Hunter. This is the 2025 Vibe 3400 SB. I'd love your guys' feedback, and I hope to see you guys next time. Have a great day. See you.